green public transportation projects and create real jobs. It's time that we all come together to put Americans back to work. Thank you, and I yield the balance of my time.
Gentlewoman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Fitzpatrick, for 5 minutes.
Plus 5 minutes to address for revise and extend.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your kindness in yielding so that I may rise today to honor Tom Hebel, who on April 19th will receive the Heritage Conservancy's 2012 Business Leader Conservation Award. Tom has been a supporter of the Heritage Conservancy's land and historic preservation mission for over 10 years, and all in Bucks County appreciate his efforts. Upon graduating from Penn State University, Tom worked his way up to become the manager of a small landscaping contracting company called Royer Nurseries in 1981. With hard work and dedication, Tom helped the little Doylestown-based company expand by adding a garden shop, 2 hoop-style greenhouses, a plant sales yard, and a gravel parking lot. Tom acquired ownership of the business in 1993 and changed the name to Bucks Country Gardens. With innovative craftsmanship, the business rapidly expanded, and many claimed it to be the best garden center and landscape design firm in Bucks County. Today, the garden center totals approximately 24,000 square feet of enclosed space, and it occupies nearly 7 acres. It is home to a full-service lifestyle center and a landscape design firm. The company has provided top-of-the-line service to its customers and will continue to strive to achieve the best for its employees, all because of the work of Tom Hebel. For the past 10 years, Tom has managed to use the wealth of his knowledge and resources to better the Bucks County community as a strong supporter and advocate of land preservation. Tom is a distinguished small business owner and a lifelong contributor to the beautification of Bucks County. I congratulate Tom Hebel today on this well-deserved recognition, and I wish him many years of continued success. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Johnson, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, all Americans, and I being one of them, hope for justice in the Trayvon Martin case, but I stand here today because we must stop stacking the deck against all innocent Americans. Over 10,000 Americans died of preventable death by gun violence last year, 10,000. And over 2,000 of those, Mr. Speaker, were children. Many of those children were inner-city youth, and many of the victims died at the hands of inner-city perpetrators. Trayvon Martin's case is a little different, but it is another sad addition to these statistics, which are very tragic. But his case caught the attention of the American people and it illuminates problems in our society. This is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, a teachable moment. The Martins family fight for basic justice has been delayed by Florida's shoot first and ask questions later law, which incidentally is misnamed as the Stand Your Ground law, and it grants criminal and civil immunity regardless of the facts when individuals take the law into their own hand. We call this vigilantism or vigilantism. Florida's law, like so many similar laws, in 25, ladies and gentlemen, of the 50 states, was the result of collusion by some of the nation's wealthiest corporations in conjunction with the National Rifle Association through a secretive networking organization called the American Legislative Exchange Council, also known as ALEC. ALEC promotes model legislation written by its corporate members and disseminated to conservative state lawmakers around the country. The public whose votes elect these lawmakers to represent them are kept in the dark about the fact that their representative is a member of this network of special interest groups and of corporate interest that wine and dine and support these lawmakers' campaigns with campaign contributions. Any lawmaker who is a member of the group can log on to its website, and I'd encourage you to do so too. And if you're a member, you can find hundreds of model bills to copy and introduce in your legislature. The public, however, is not able to access that information because you must be a member. And in order to be a member, you've got to go through some kind of a screening process so that they can make sure that you are of like mind, because they don't want any infiltrators in there. They want to keep the business secret. Small membership fees for legislators are very small, $50 a year, whereas the corporate members have to pay tens of thousands of dollars per year for their memberships. And these memberships are mostly big lobby interest groups, big corporate lobby interest groups. And what they do when they get into these meetings that they hold at exclusive resort locations, luxurious amenities, wining and dining these legislators, they spoon-feed them legislation which supports the business's interest. Now, 60% of the legislators in the United States of America on a state level secretly belong to ALEC. They are members of that network. Thousands of these ALEC bills have been introduced around the country, and many of them have passed. This gives the ALEC members secret and persuasive influence over our legislators, who we elect to represent us. The Florida Shoot First, or in other words, Stand Your Ground is what it's called, but it's actually the Shoot First law, was written by an NRA, National Rifle Association lobbyist, in one of those committees that the bought and paid for legislators are members of.
Gentleman's time has expired.
And I will have further comment on this as the days go by, but American public needs to be educated about this. And so we will talk further about it, and I'll yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the Chair declares the House in recess